lot of women are upset about this. And I'm excited because this is the equality that you guys asked for. I mean, think about it, really. If the situation was reversed and Offset made more money than Cardi B, he would be responsible for spousal support. Now, for months, when they were breaking up, I heard women saying that she doesn't need him. She makes more money than him. And the court knows that. And based upon no-fault divorce state law, she would need to maintain his lifestyle, which means they will look at what he's making, what she's making, and she will be paying spousal support of the difference to ensure that he can maintain the same type of lifestyle. Now, why don't ladies like this? I'm going to tell you why. You guys want equality until it doesn't suit you. And then you try to lean on patriarchal tropes.
Fact.
Well, you're the man. This is embarrassing. You should feel ashamed of yourself. No, you shouldn't. This is the law. And the law does not have a gender. And you guys wanted it to be applied equally. And that is exactly what's happening here. So stop your whining, shut up, and let this process play out. Because guess what? Y'all want to bring zero to the table, but when a divorce happens, you want to split everything 50-50. Oh. And now you're upset because the roles are reversed and Cardi is going to have to pay. She needs to pay her spousal support.
She got to pay
her child support like every other man. You guys are grown men wearing Timberlands and dresses. So this is only fair.
Offset asking for spousal support, aka alimony, is my final example as to why women, especially Black women, high-performing professional women, need to have prenups before they get married to some of these bums. And even if you're not marrying a bum, a prenup is not just for rich people. It protects you, your children, and your future self by just a little bit of prior proper planning. As a lawyer who is planning to marry a lawyer, we will absolutely be getting a prenup, and here are some reasons why. As you can see from Cardi B's public divorce, it's ugly. They could have avoided all of this legal battle if they had a prenup that laid out all of these things. It could include whether you're going to give spousal support or not, and I would have said hell no to that man. Go and get a job. It would have had child custody arrangements, living arrangements, what assets are divided evenly, what assets are kept by each individual person. What about debt? If you came in with your own personal credit card debt or student loans, do you want to keep that debt? These are all things that could have been discussed and planned out well before you got to this toxic, vile place. And the reason why prenups are so magical for that reason is because you're still in love. You're fighting in love. You're having these discussions with still grace and compassion and wanting to be together. When you are in a volatile place and you're coming from a place of anger, you're not making any sound decisions. As a fire sign, I know I can be ugly and vindictive and become a true certified hater. So instead of thinking about that and planning that out well ahead of this divorce, now, because let's be honest, some relationships work and some fail. It is what it is. Now you are racking up thousands, hundreds of thousands of legal fees, fighting out these little nitty gritty terms that could have been discussed years ago with far less attorney bills. And as an attorney,
did she just blame zodiac signs for being a hatred person and a hateful person and being an evil person? Did she just blame zodiac signs? Yo, we are cooks.
I know what my billable hour rate could look like. So all little back and forth, me having to call my lawyer every time you get on Instagram making a story, I know they're racking up those fees. All too often, we're just seeing how professional women, especially women of color, are having to pay for these bums. Like the audacity of this man to go out and publicly humiliate you, be cheating on you continuously while you're raising his kids in your home. And he has the audacity to ask for a stipend. You've got to be kidding me. And if the court looks at the finances and sees that she's over earning him or he sacrificed time out making money to be home with the kids, etc., he could very well end up with spousal support. How crazy is that? When that could have all been avoided. The thing about
it's not crazy. It's equality. Y'all don't want equality anymore? Ladies, should we go back to the real patriarchy? You don't want equality anymore? Or you only want equality when it's time for when you have to pay a man? What's going on? I thought we wanted equality for everything.
AKA contract is that it can constantly be revised. If 5 years from now our prenup had us doing X and suddenly I want to stay at home with the kids, we're going to revisit that prenup, because that means all those years I'm foregoing a salary, but I was in the home making sure you don't have to pay daycare. That will be included in my alimony. If more of us put our thinking caps on and thought out of logic coupled with love, we could really avoid a lot of this nonsense.
I mean, I doubt if he get 70%. I think he just reaching, but I think he should get his fair share if just
better.
like if it was the other way around. But I agree with what Il said. It's when it comes to Cardi B herself, she's not trying to heal. She doesn't want to be. She just want to get another man. She just want to let people know, I can get me another man, because that's what women do. What you don't do, the next one will, and you get the next same person. You know,
I saw it's crazy.
Who, from what I've heard, definitely not better. Definitely almost worse than what she got.
Yeah, that's always crazy. Women complain how the man was cheating, and he cheated and had babies with different women and things like that, and then they go and get another cheater. Like, that's, I don't know, which goes back to the fact that many of us, including myself, we were not taught how to pick good partners. Now, I guess I'm in a better position because I have the self-awareness to know, but some people believe even when they go 10, 20, 30 different failed relationships, they still believe they are not the problem. They always blame the other party, but they keep picking the same kind of men, the same kind of people with the same traits. So Cardi B claimed Offset was a cheater. She divorced him. Guess what? She found a guy who has multiple kids with multiple women. And they left him because he was cheating. And then she got pregnant by him. And then she's going to leave him and find another cheater. Oh my
One
God.
she had her kids with. The downside is, yeah, she's rich. And when it comes down to the baby, yeah, he's legally the default father. The downside is that's just the law. So I think that was tacky, to be honest with you. I think that alone will probably get him a nice share of money, because now look, this child, and the law don't make him, even if this father is even if the other guy is the father, the biological father, the law says that's not how the law works. And that's what ladies need to understand. When these things happen, if your husband go out here and make a baby with another woman, you're not deemed that child's mother, ever. Even if you divorce, you're not on the hook. But if that man marries a woman and she goes out here and has an affair and get pregnant, even if she divorces him, she can still take his money. He still has to pay child support, even if the biological father steps up. The law says the husband is the default father. There's almost nothing. Most people don't get off the hook. Most people don't. You hear anecdotal cases, but most men don't. So this is bigger. So I think that alone would get him he should have the upper hand in court because of that alone. She could have stayed with the guy, been with the guy all she wanted, but to get pregnant and stuff,
she's crazy.
That was the tacky side of it. But it's Cardi B, and I like Cardi B overall, but I'm talking about the situation itself was tacky.
And that's the thing. If this older woman likes Cardi B, what do you think younger women do? They probably like her, and guess what? They're influenced by her. Guess what? Now they're going to try to emulate what she's doing, because now younger girls are going to think it's okay to still be married and find another man to get pregnant by, and the world shouldn't judge her. I'm telling you.
I don't think she elevated at all with that guy. I just don't. So I just think it was just a payback thing. But yeah, that's all I have to say to that.
All right, go ahead, Bo.
Okay. I think that Cardi B and Offset have been dumpster fires ever since we've known what their names are. Cardi B is extremely strategic. I will give her that.
Strategic?
Cardi B didn't necessarily have talent. What she had was hustle. She hustled. She got on that show. She knew what she was doing. She used that platform to elevate herself to another platform. She knew she wanted to do music. She knew she was a character, that she is very strategic. She knew what she was doing. And so I'll give her that. Personally, dumpster fire. She is the most chaotic person. And I've been listening to her here and there to see if I can see some type of, or hear some semblance of like sense, intelligence, direction, groundedness. That lady is flying like a hot air balloon that ain't gonna never come down. And Offset, you know what I'm saying? He got his little penis, and he got free penis for everybody. Like he put it on the lemonade stand, and it was like free lemonade, and so everybody could get it. And the thing is that she knew that.
Yeah.
And so if you go up to the lemonade stand and you see free lemonade for anybody, and you see everybody getting it, it was like, I want you. That's your fault.
That's true.
Same thing with him. She's a dumpster fire. You walked up to that lady, and I imagine Cardi B as like those caricatures.
She was a
right.
stripper.
You know, when you on vacation, you go get your picture drawn, and they draw you as whatever your features are, whatever your personality is that they saw, they highlight that. And hers is her mouth. And it's the biggest thing on the picture. And he walked up to that lady, and he knew that she had the biggest mouth in the world. And he got with her. And now he's complaining, I just wish everything wasn't so public. You shut your mouth, sir, because you picked that. You knew she was on that show. You knew what she was talking about. You knew how she portrayed herself. You knew how she carried herself. And you picked that anyway. Both of them deserve exactly what they get. Now,
I can't believe I'm agreeing with Bo 2 times in a day. This new Bo, guys, we might have a new Bo on the show. She might not be a feminist after all, because I can't believe I'm agreeing with Bo twice a day. That's crazy. Shout out to you, Bo. I'll give you your flowers for now, because I know anytime you're going to switch up and go after men.
As far as the 70-30 split, whatever the paperwork say, whatever is in black and white, because I am a fan of black and white. You got to put it in digital black and white, or I need it in physical black and white. And whatever that black and white say, that's why I tell people, go and get you a prenup and definitely get you a postnut. Whatever them words on that page say, hey, that's what it is. I don't know what to tell you. So whatever he get. Whatever they got, they got. That's all I can say.
I agree.
Period.
Let me just play this.
Okay.
Go ahead, Miss.
Well, I was gonna say, like, everybody's bringing up Cardi's past, and I'm not a fan of her behavior at all. I mean, I was there in her Love and Hip Hop days, so I saw firsthand the stories that she was telling about what she was doing. Okay, I agree with everything, especially with what Boheme said. They walked up to each other. They knew the mess they were getting in, and they chose each other. However, like at this point, I don't feel like that behavior is relevant in justifying this man coming and asking for 70%. And I think Il has stated earlier that women do it all the time. Yes, they do.
Okay.
But for most cases, I'm not even going to say the majority. I will say for a lot of cases, the woman is the one at home raising the kids and running the household while this man is out playing in the NBA, making music, or whatever the case may be. So I think that's...
So because the woman was staying home, she should get half? Like as if the man wasn't providing the entire time? Now, if the woman was staying home and she still had to pay bills, okay, I understand. But making it seem like as if he wasn't doing anything just because she was staying home, she was enjoying the lifestyle the NBA player was providing. So now when it's time for equality, now you're saying men shouldn't get their half? No, give men their half.
Something that should be kind of taken into consideration as well.
Yeah, I definitely disagree with that.
Yeah.
Because if I'm making $60 million a year based on a talent that I've cultivated since I was a little boy, at the expense of my social life. That's why a lot of these dudes are so goofy with women, because they don't know women. All they know is the gym. So I've been shooting the ball since I was 7. I meet you at 24, and I'm just asking you to take care of your children that you had, not children I'm bringing. It's not like you're playing stepmom. Anything your heart's desire. And the fact that I'm rich, more than likely, they're not doing it alone, or they're doing it with the most high technical mothering assistants as far as
They always got
microwaves,
maids.
or it's like they got the best. So it's not like they got to do a whole lot.
That's
Really,
true.
everything is taken care of for these women. So the only thing they really have to do is just love the fucking kids.
Just be there.
And you think because we divorced, because I created a life for you where the only thing you had to do was love us, you're entitled to 70% of my money? That's absolutely ridiculous.
That's bullshit.
So back to the Offset situation. Offset already had money. So I don't think it's a money grab. Like he didn't get his wealth from being married to her. These women are coming in. They did a study. They did a study where most women, like some of the richest women in the world, their wealth are coming from divorces.
Yeah.
So they're
I think Jeff Bezos' ex-wife and Bill Gates' ex-wife, I think they're the richest women, and they all got it after divorce. That's true.
not coming into it with this skill set that has entitled them to money. Like, I think if y'all divorced and you set up a woman for a certain lifestyle, you should break her off something.
So you don't
But
think
we've seen women with no talent, no contributions take men's everything.
Yeah.
And back to Cardi B, what we have to realize is just because her transgressions are in public doesn't mean that she hasn't done things. And I ain't even talking about cheating. I'm just talking about being a wife or being a mother. You don't know what issues they had behind the scenes that could have led to certain disgruntled issues with him, her and Offset. You know, I know it's low-hanging fruit to say, hey, he cheated. But look how she carried herself. How you know he might want her to tone it down or something like that? It's certain things that conversation he might have with her behind the scenes that she give him a hard time about. Look how she acts publicly. So imagine how she acts in the house. Because
he married
contrary to hold on. Contrary to popular belief, getting lit it can't be your only talent. So you were describing her grind. She knew how to get lit and make herself popular, but unfortunately, she never grew as a woman. And if you're not grown as a woman, getting lit can't save you. She doesn't have the right advisors around her to even give her legal advice to say, hey, you're in the state of Georgia. If you do have a baby, he might be able to, you know what I'm saying? So it's like she know how to get lit, but has she learned how to be a wife and a woman? Yeah, I don't know.
He makes a good point, because she was claiming that because a woman was staying home, she should get half. That's not true. I mean, it happens, but that's not the way it should be. And let's say it's going to happen like that. Then if the woman makes more, the guy can get half as well. Obviously, she doesn't like that because it doesn't favor women, right? Number two, usually when a relationship ends, the woman is the first one to come out. Oh, he was a cheater. Oh, he was abusive. Most times, most men don't speak up. Right. And I believe the women come out and trash the man. Oh, he had a small dick. Oh, he was a 2-minute man. Oh, he was a cheater. Oh, he was abusive. All these things because they want to pretend like they were the victim. That way the next man doesn't know exactly who they are. Because the next guy, who's Stefan Diggs, doesn't know how cuckoo, how crazy Cardi B is behind scenes, because Offset didn't really come out and say the worst things about her. So Stefan Diggs is coming in thinking, oh, he's finding a queen. He doesn't know what Offset had to deal with, because the truth is most men suffer in silence. They never come out to be like, she doesn't cook, she's abusive, she's always calling me out of my name, she fights me. Most guys go through that behind the scenes, but they never speak up. So we can judge Offset all we want, but Cardi B is not a saint.
But that's something that Offset should have figured out and filtered through before he married her. He married this woman based on.
He tried to make an honest woman.
Nah,
because y'all the same people. I ain't gonna say y'all. I'm just saying, but a lot of women say give women a chance. He gave her a chance.
Why didn't he make any of his other baby mamas an honest woman? He got like 5 other ones.
Well, maybe he liked her. Maybe he did it though.
She had all these. He liked her because she was a hustler. He liked her because
we don't know why he liked her.
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know why he liked her. I mean, we don't know why he liked it. He might could have liked it because maybe she had some good sex. It's like it may not have been that deep. These people are young.
It's a gold digger situation. I feel like it was a money grab from the beginning
He
because
was
you
broke.
They
say
both have money.
no. Offset worth as much as Cardi is right
No.
It
now.
doesn't matter, but he's not broke either. He wasn't broke. When Offset got with Cardi B, the Migos were still together and they were hot. Like they were all over the radio. Everywhere Migos was going crazy. You know, it wasn't until they broke up that he's, you know, came a little bit down. But when they got together, Offset was definitely on the higher up compared to Cardi B.
Has he ever been? And if that was the case, then why is he hassling her for 70%? If you got your money and I got my money, and we both know we messed up in this situation, let's walk away amicably and co-parent
She
peacefully.
gave him a fourth child, according to y'all, in the state of Georgia. If she
He
gets
gave him
pregnant,
the seventh
so
child.
now he has a fourth child that on paper, I guess he's responsible for. But you know, that's his prerogative. Like what's her name? Excuse me. Like Boheem said, it's black and white. They both a mess. We know that. But it's black and white. And women have set a precedent, especially on these panels and these podcasts, where they always turn a blind eye to women taking everything from men who didn't deserve nothing. So why all of a sudden this is so egregious? It's like if you're gonna let that be the precedent, then this is fair game. If they want to play that game.
Well, let
This
me
is super fair.
I want to say
they hate equality when it's time for them to pay. When it comes to money, that's why I was telling you guys prior that when you see these women who cry about, oh, I want to be an independent woman, I want a career, but those same women who makes the six figures and they got their bosses, the entrepreneurs, they got businesses, because they all scream about, oh, for some reason, every woman on social media makes six figures and they have a business and they have a, you know, they all have businesses. But it's funny that they claim they're independent, but they still want the man to provide. So it's the same thing here. They scream they got the money, but when it comes to pay up, oh no, a real man shouldn't take a woman's money. I thought you're independent, you're a boss, you don't need no man. You got it figured out. Why don't you pay the man his money?
totally and vehemently disagree with the whole get your lick back thing. I don't believe in that. If a man chooses to sleep around, it is not a woman's job to try to match their behavior. So let me say that she's 100% wrong in that situation. Okay. However, like that doesn't justify what I feel is a money grab. I feel it is.
It is a money grab, but it's justified by her actions.
But no, because I was divorcing my husband, I'm not gonna ask for 70%. I want 50. I want half of what I helped you build.
And what is that?
You won't, but you won't, and that's commendable of you. But you've seen most women, they take it all and they ain't did shit. So this is where it's called collateral damage. Welcome to 2025.
What judge is letting these women take it all? Because a woman doesn't just take it all.
But we've seen it though.
It all. So what happened for the judge to award her all?
Equality happened. What happened is the law says whoever makes more money gets to give half. That's what happened. It's not just the judge. It is the law. And that's the law women have been celebrating for thousands of years. So guess what? Times have changed and times are slowly changing. Two things are happening. Men are not dating broke women or getting married to broke women. And number two, if they're going to get rich women and they're going to collect half when it's time for divorce.
He just had a bad lawyer. Like, come on, we can't keep making excuses. Like, if it happens to the other person, it's fair game. Like, that's my thing with like women today. To me, you can get whatever you can get it. But women want to play this game. They want to play the I got more money than you game. They want to play the I got more real estate. I'm educated. It's fair game. We can do everything the men can do. Not everything, but at least economically, we can compete with men. I'm all for it. But when you step into those shoes, you are. Like a lot of women say, I can do what a man can do. You know, you can't tell me what to do. You can't control my body. Hey, my thing is this. I'm all for everything. Whatever you want to do it. But don't be upset with the ramifications of what you get involved in. So, because men like this. Men say, hey, if I cheat, if my shorty catch me, it is what it's fucked up. Like, we deal with the ramifications of what we do. At least publicly, we know what could come with that. We're not going to cry and all that shit. But women want all the perks of the independence of choice and all of that, but when they have to deal with the penalty of it, it's what he's a man. It's like you can't play that game. If this is the game you fought to play it, man.
Oh, for sure. Shout out to this man. He was cooking, but you would think that's common sense, right? You would think the common sense says women fought for equality. They wanted to be equal to men. If the man makes more money, gives half to the woman. You would think equality says if the woman makes more money, give half to the man. No, but they don't see that. For some reason, at that point, they become blind. Isn't that funny? If for some reason this woman and this woman need to be taken to the doctor's office to check their eyes out to see if they can really see the situation, but shout out to Lapeef, man. That was funny. I had to react to that, man. When I saw the title, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be good.